Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by TaylorMade.
Harold, you come off such a beautiful opening round in your first hole today, you make a triple. How were you able to not derail the round after that triple and keep everything on track?
If you're going to make a triple, you want to do it while you're playing well. So I knew I was playing well, so I was like, I can get it back. I just got to be patient. And then I got it back in a hurry, so that was nice. And then once I got it back to even par, I was like, you know, just keep getting after, keep getting yourself looks, and then to finish the way I did was pretty awesome. You guys left, and I started making birdies. It was even better.
So it's we'll take a little credit.
I know.
For that, okay?
I will.
It's interesting. You look at your round yesterday, and at least from a scorecard perspective, and watching you hit all these greens, it looked pretty easy. Do you leave Colonial today with a greater bit of satisfaction in the fact that you had adversity and you were able to overcome it?
Without a doubt. That's the nature of the beast. That's a part of life. That's a part of sports, and you know you got to embrace it. And you learn that as a kid, and as you get older, and it never goes away. So I really get excited about that. I've learned a lot about myself. You know, you learn so much through that. So I think America's going through some adversity right now. So I think it's pretty eye-opening. So it keeps it in perspective of just how good it was yesterday.
You talk about learning and education. You've had quite the education on the PGA Tour. I know you won in Australia, but you're still searching for that first win. You've come close several times. What have you learned from those near misses to gain?
A lot. Not right off the start. It always takes me, you know, maybe a couple hours just to think about it and actually what was I thinking through this and that. But just getting in those predicaments of being in contention and just like failing. You know, you learn so much Riv, I learned a lot. Like that's the best I've ever felt in contention. And that, you know, the more I get there, the more I just keep learning. So I'm just, you know, this weekend I just want to just keep doing the same thing, and I just keep feeling better every time I get there.
It was mostly all positive. Just had a 20-minute hiccup. Really, it was less than that. It was just on the green on 3 and then 4. I was nice to myself. I felt like I regrouped a lot better than I had been the last couple years, where I let mistakes like that get to me. And to play 5 and hit 3-iron, 6-iron, and make a putt there on the hardest hole in the golf course and make a birdie. It was certainly my attitude that allowed that to be possible. I'm approaching post-quarantine with a lot more patience and giving myself a little grace in every aspect of the game, just to be able to, you know, start to find things. I've honestly been picking those up the last 13 weeks, you know, from 3 feet or whatever in all of our games. So I haven't hit any of them, and sure enough, I probably should have been hitting them. So I'll go practice it and, you know, get a little sharper on the short range, and but everything's in a good place.
You know, you can do as much practice as you want and play as much as you want at home, but until you actually get into that competitive environment, you're never 100% sure of how your game is. So I learned a lot yesterday, and I feel like I made some improvements today on yesterday and learned a few things. So no, not surprised. I mean, I've been playing well at home, and I've been hitting the ball the way I've wanted to. It's just a matter of getting it to translate out onto tournament play, and it's nice that it has. It's the same. You know, we're trying to go out there and play the best golf we can, and you know, look, I'd love there to be fans here this week. I think this tournament deserves to have fans, considering the field that's been assembled. But you know, hopefully we can get back to playing in front of some big crowds soon. But it's, you know, felt as normal as it can, I guess. From watching from afar, this is a golf course that's always let the best players rise to the top. You know, you have to be in complete control of your game, hit fairways, hit greens, convert some putts, and you know, the leaderboard is it's a who's who of golf right now, and you know, I'm just happy to be in the mix.
Can easily birdie 1 and 2 and didn't do that, but I was able to make up with some great iron play and ball striking, and made some putts when I needed to. Kept the momentum going, and go bogey. I think it was bogey free. I don't remember. Yeah, bogey free. To go bogey free out here is very difficult to do. Hitting it as far as I am, so that was fun.
Was there a spot in the round where it kind of clicked and you felt it, you know, something kind of clicking, kind of went from there?
Yeah, I think it was really when I made the birdie on 6, making that little putt up there just gave me confidence to go forward and keep playing my game, hitting fairways, and hitting some great wedges in there. It's nice to be able to hit it far and have a good wedge game. Decent enough wedge game.
Morikawa has now made 21 straight cuts to start his PGA Tour career. The record for consecutive cuts made to begin a career, not surprisingly, Tiger Woods at 25.
It's a cool streak to have for sure. You know, obviously, if we're reaching for Tiger's streak, it'll be a long, good, whatever, 6 years it is, 7 years. But for me, you know, the mindset is to win. And, you know, in order to win, you got to obviously make the cut. And those will all check the boxes making cuts. But, you know, it's a cool streak to have. You know, that's my game. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible. You look at, you know, guys like Rory. Didn't play amazing yesterday, but he's right at the top of the leaderboard today. And that's what makes him the #1 player in the world is how consistent he is, but he can also contend, and that's where I want to be.
I think the more and more we play, you know, the closer it'll feel. I don't know if it was, you know, because it's like cut day going into the weekend. I'm sure tomorrow will feel even better. I'm interested to see how Sunday will be, but you know, hopefully I get myself in a position where we can get a little bit of nerves going.
Today felt like, you know, the little bit more of the rust that might be there after 3 months was apparent, but you know, still happy to shoot under par, I suppose, and just stay in touch with the leaders. And yeah, good weekend ahead.
Just keep doing what I'm doing. Game's coming together nicely. I hit some good putts that didn't go in today, so you know you can live with that. But it is a stacked field. The field's great this week anyway, so you're expecting top players to play, and you're coming out here hoping to play well and beat them all.